Hi everyone, Stacy here with the Bargain Bandit. Today's date is August 7th, 2012, and I'm here to show you some things that I have purchased at yard sales and estate sales and sold on eBay. This week was a little bit bare because we were trying to decide what to do with our listings, whether or not we should upgrade to a store or just continue with the free listings. We ultimately decided to upgrade to a store, and we've got a lot of items up there now for buy it nows because that's a lot cheaper than listing as an auction. But because of that, we haven't been selling as many items because we didn't have a whole lot of things listed until we made that decision. So I hope you enjoy. So the first item I'm going to talk about is an item that we actually had around the house. Once again, we're running across items and we're like, oh, we haven't used this in years. Do we still even want it? So we've been selling a lot of those items, and it's definitely a good way to start is to sell items that you might own around the house that you're simply just not using anymore and they're taking up space. So the item was an Opticon scanner. It was about yay big, and I used it to scan my multitude of books I had. I had about 1,000 books. I got rid of all of them, and I didn't sell them on eBay like a dummy. This was a while ago. They were just taking up a lot of space, and my husband got me a Samsung Galaxy Tab, and I started reading digitally using that, and I kind of just stopped buying paper books. I'm hooked on the e-reader now, so I didn't need my books anymore. I did keep quite a few. I still have the ones that I consider my treasures. I have one that I'll never get rid of that is autographed by one of my favorite authors, Tamora Pierce. She's a young adult author, and I won that at a conference, of all things. So, I mean, I kept some things that are really special to me, but I did get rid of the majority of my books. And I wasn't buying physical books anymore, so I didn't need the scanner, and I couldn't think of another good use for it. I'm like, what else could we scan? I guess I could scan things at a thrift store, but to what end when I could just use my phone to do that? So we decided to get rid of it, and I didn't get as much as I thought I would for it. My husband and I were still trying to figure out this whole eBay thing, and so if you got tips, leave them. We're listening. I think that our failure there was setting it at a 3-day auction. We should have done it at least a 5-day auction. I think we would have gotten more bidders and more of a bidding war going on that item. But, we're still learning. But we still, made some money on it. And considering we already owned it, and I think I got it free when I bought this collector's software. So I don't even think I really paid anything for it. And considering how expensive those things are, I'm kind of surprised. But I would never have spent a lot of money on something like that. So that was a good sale. We sold something, so yay. We sold another one of the wrestling figure things that we've had that we bought years ago, and we're never going to make our money back on these. They're not, the collectibles market has not been kind to wrestling figures, but we're not counting what we paid for them back in the day because we were never planning on getting rid of them. So we're going to say it's free because it was already something we had around the house. And this one had Undertaker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin in it. So it was a pretty cool 4 collection of wrestling figures, and it sold. So we're happy. It sold for what we wanted it to. The next item I actually sold here locally. Every Thursday night I go play board games with a San Antonio board gamers group. And I was playing Spite and Malice. I take some of the board games with me when I go to the board game group. And I was playing Spite and Malice with some of the guys, and this guy, Kelly, shout out Kelly, comes in and says, I have been looking everywhere for a copy of Spite and Malice. Where'd you get that? And so, over the course of the night, I told him I was selling it. We agreed upon a price, and I think I got a very fair price for it. So thank you, Kelly. And now I know that there is a certain level of ability to sell things locally, although I don't want to get all pushy with my friends because they're, my friends. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the local scene goes. Speaking of Rook-style games, I know that when I showed the Spite and Malice a few weeks ago, I showed that I also had a copy of Rook, and that actually sold as well. It sold the day after I sold Spite and Malice on a Buy It Now for $9.99. So, yay. The last item I'm going to talk about is the Barnum's Animal Crackers game. It's a matching game for kids that I sold. I sold it on a Buy It Now for $8. I had it listed for $12.99, but I accepted the $8 offer, one, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing yet, and secondly, because in the notes, the person who offered me $8 said if I would lower the shipping rate, they would, pay the $12.99. The problem is I don't know what they wanted me to do to lower the shipping rate, because the shipping, I have calculated shipping on eBay. I don't use flat rates, I use calculated, and based on the weight of the item, that's what it costs to ship. I can't control the rates of the post office, so I wish I could, believe me, because shipping is expensive and it's a real pain in the butt to deal with. But it was a 2-pound item. I had no choice. The shipping was what the shipping was, so I couldn't lower the cost of the shipping. So I thought about it, and I decided to just go ahead and take the offer, because it was more than I was, than I paid for the item. But I think I probably should have done a counter offer, at least gotten another buck or two out of it. But I'm still a noob. I'm still learning. That was my first store sale, so I'm still trying to figure the whole thing out. I'm still happy with what I made off of it, because I did make a profit. So. And that brings us to our last segment, things I currently have up on eBay for sale. Dun, 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 dun. This is pure advertising, I know, but got to do something. So real quickly, I'm just going to run through a few items I've pulled down that I have up for sale on eBay right now as Buy It Nows or best offers. And when I say are best offers, you make me an offer. Like, seriously, make me an offer. The most I can do is say no, give you a counter offer. If you don't like my counter offer, that's it. But make me an offer. So, quickly. This here is My Little Pony Canterlot pillow. This is Twilight Sparkle. I had to do a lot of research to figure out who this was, because I'm not into My Little Pony. I've never owned My Little Pony, as I think I was too old when they first came out. But so he is up on eBay for $29.99. Or she. Try this big little girl. Oh. This here is a vintage Cub Scouts Garfield, vintage 1978, from the Fine Toy Company. And you can see he is in really good condition. Little fraying on the collar, but that's about it. And I have him up for $12.99. I know I keep showing this block, but it's the only way I'm going to get it sold is if I keep showing it. So this 4 Seasons block with the little seed thingies on it for each season. It's 1 block of wood that's been carved, painted. Really, really cool item. I have it up for $12.99. Someday I'll be more efficient about all of this, but that day is not today. Next up is my find of the weekend. This past weekend, I found this in a junk box for 50 cents. And I grabbed it up because, 1, I love tarot cards. And 2, this is from 1971. It's by the U.S. Game Systems. It was printed in Switzerland. It's really, really cool, in great condition. It's complete. It's got the instructions too. The box is in really good condition. I love this item. I've got it up as a Buy It Now for $24.99. I almost don't want to part with it, but money. Next up, Cannonball Run. This game here I have up on a Buy It Now for $12.99. Complete, cool game. Lots of people watching it. Nobody buying it. Next up, I have this old vintage 3M bookshelf games from 1969 or 1967, depending on which side you believe. Probably 1969. I have this up for $14.99 on a Buy It Now. It's an old, cool game. I have a shrink-wrapped copy of Apples to Apples. Party Box Edition. And I have that up for $17.99. And finally, another find that I got this past weekend. Clue Harry Potter. Pretty cool, huh? Clue Harry Potter. It's complete except it's missing one non-essential piece. One of the little tokens. It's not an important piece to the game at all. I have this up as a buy it now for $19.99. So there you go. Those are some of my current items up for sale. I only have one auction up right now. It's a collection of tapes, our old cassette tapes. We put up 206 of them. I don't really care what we get for it because, just what are we going to do with old cassette tapes? Seriously. It costs a buttload to ship because it's 33 pounds or something ridiculous. So I'm not expecting the bids to go super high. But it's already set. It's currently selling for $15.50 plus the cost of shipping. Hopefully it goes for more than that because the cost of shipping is probably going to cut into our profit margin. But we still have 2 days left to go on it. We've got a whole lot of followers. We've gotten 7 bids on it already. So it'll probably go for, I don't know, something. I have no clue. I have no concept of what this is going to go for right now. So next video, I'll let you know. Other than that, I don't have any other auctions up. Everything else is buy it nows because we're experimenting with the buy it now or best offer. So go look at my listings, Kraus House of Cards and Games on eBay. And make me an offer. You see something you like? Make me an offer. You never know. Also, visit us on our website, www.kraushouseofcards. I have another location where you can see all of our eBay auctions at www.kraushouseofcardsandgames.com. It's got a different kind of storefront to it, but it's kind of cool. And other than that, like us. Like Kraus House of Cards. Like the Bargain Bandit. Do you like the show? Like me. Subscribe. Please follow us. Leave me comments because I love responding to things. I love knowing that people are watching this. And even if you think I need to talk less and show more, tell me that. Well, no, don't. Be nice to me. And other than that, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye.